115 years. I want you to sit with that for a moment. Not because I'm proud of it, because I need you to understand what that number means before I say anything else. I was born in 1910. I watched the first commercial radio broadcast come into this world. I watched 2 world wars. I watched men go to the moon on a little black and white box in my living room. I watched the internet appear. I watched it take over every mind in the room. And I am still here. My name is Elva May, and every single person I have ever loved, every friend, every neighbor, every doctor who sat across from me and told me how to live, every last one of them is gone. I am not telling you that to be morbid. I am telling you that because I am the only one left. And that means I am the only one who can tell you what I'm about to tell you. For the last 50 years, they have been selling you longevity. Doctors, pharmaceutical companies, supplement brands, wellness influencers on the very phone you're holding right now. They have turned the natural process of getting older into a problem that only they can fix for a price. And while they were selling you the cure, people kept dying right on schedule. I have buried 7 personal physicians. 7. Smart men, educated men, men with walls full of degrees, men who told me my habits were wrong, my diet was dangerous, my way of living was going to kill me early, but they are all gone. Now let me tell you what I did not do. I did not run marathons. I did not drink green powders. I did not take handfuls of supplements every morning. I did not count a single calorie in 115 years of living. Not one. I did not wake up at 5 a.m. and suffer through things I hated because some book told me to. I did not chase longevity. I did not think about longevity. I was too busy living to worry about how long I'd be doing it. The habits I'm going to share with you are so quiet, so ordinary, so completely unimpressive, that when I tell you the first one, you may want to stop watching. Don't, because that one is the most important. Habit 1. I never ate in a hurry. When I was a young woman in the 1930s, my mother set the table every evening at 6 o'clock sharp. No exceptions. No eating over the sink, no grabbing something quick. You sat down, you said grace, and you chewed your food until it was nothing. She used to say, your stomach doesn't have eyes. It can't see what you're shoveling in. Slow down and let it catch up. I have eaten every meal slowly for 115 years. No rushing, no distraction. Just the food and the quiet around it. What I know now, and what took doctors decades to discover, is that eating slowly tells your body it is safe. It turns off the stress. It lets your gut do its work properly. When you eat in a panic, your body thinks it's being chased. And a body that thinks it's being chased never fully heals. Your food is not fuel. It is a conversation with your body. Slow down long enough to have it. Habit 2. I went to sleep when I was tired. This sounds so simple you might laugh. But look at what you do. You stay up past midnight staring at a screen. You override every signal your body sends. You drink something to wake up, something else to calm down, and then wonder why you feel like you're falling apart. I have never owned an alarm clock, not once in 115 years. I went to sleep when my body said sleep. I woke up when it was done. My neighbor Dottie used to brag that she only needed 4 hours. She was proud of it, the way people are proud of things that are hurting them. Dottie died at 67. Heart gave out. Sleep is not laziness. Sleep is when your body repairs everything you broke during the day. The cells, the memories, the emotions. If you skip it, the repairs don't happen. And one day, like a house with a leaking roof that nobody fixed, the whole thing comes down. The most productive thing you will ever do is nothing. Your body already knows that. The question is whether you'll listen. Habit 3. I kept one person who told me the truth. Her name was Ruth. We met in 1941, and she was my closest friend for 63 years, until she passed. Ruth had one talent above all others. She would look me in the eye and tell me exactly what she saw. Not what I wanted to hear, what was true. When I was 42, I was bitter about something, some old wound I kept picking at. Ruth sat across from me at my kitchen table, set down her coffee cup, and said, Elva May, you are going to die carrying that, and it's going to be the heaviest thing in your coffin. I let it go that week. Most people surround themselves with mirrors, people who only reflect back what they want to see. That feels good. It is also how you walk into walls you never saw coming. One honest friend is worth 100 agreeable ones. Find your Ruth. Keep her close. Listen when she speaks, especially when it stings. A true friend is not someone who makes you feel good. They are someone who makes you become better. Habit 4. I walked every single day, but never to exercise. I want to be clear about this. I did not walk for fitness. I did not count steps or wear a device on my wrist that congratulated me. I walked because I needed to think, and thinking required moving. Every afternoon, rain or shine, I walked the same road behind my house. 30 minutes, sometimes 45. Nobody came with me. I didn't want company. I wanted the sound of my own thoughts in open air. What happened during those walks is hard to explain. Problems that felt enormous at the breakfast table looked different by the time I came home. Decisions made themselves. Grief moved through me instead of staying stuck. My mind emptied, and when it filled back up, it filled with better things. The body and the mind are not two separate things. When you move the body gently and without pressure, the mind follows. It unknots itself. Modern people sit perfectly still and wonder why they feel strangled. Walk until your thoughts catch up with you. Then keep walking until they quiet down. Habit 5. I never held anger past sundown. My husband James and I had a rule from the first year of our marriage. We did not carry a fight into sleep. Not once. No matter how bad the argument, we resolved it or released it before the lights went out. Some nights that was hard. Some nights I sat on the edge of the bed with my jaw tight, not fully ready to let go. I let go anyway. Not for him, for me. I watched what anger did to people who held it long. I watched it harden them, slow them, make their faces old before their time. I watched it live in their shoulders, in their posture, in the way they walked into a room. Anger that is not released does not disappear. It relocates. It moves into the body and it stays there, and the body pays the bill. I am 115 years old and I have nothing stored. No old grudges, no ancient wounds. I put them down at the end of every day, like a coat I no longer needed. Forgiveness is not a gift you give the person who hurt you. It is a gift you give your own blood pressure. Habit 6. I spent time every day in silence. Not prayer, though I prayed. Not meditation, though I suppose that's what it was. Just silence. Deliberate, protected, non-negotiable silence. 30 minutes every morning before the world started talking. No radio, no visitors, no tasks. I sat with my coffee and I let the morning be quiet. And in that quiet, I found something that busy people never find. I found out what I actually thought, as opposed to what the noise around me told me to think. People today are terrified of silence. They fill every gap. Waiting in line, reaching for the phone, waking up, immediately checking something. They are running from their own minds and they don't even know it. Your mind, when given silence, will show you exactly what needs attention. It will surface the thing you've been avoiding. And that thing, the one you don't want to look at, is almost always the thing that matters most. Silence is not emptiness. It is the only place where clarity lives. Habit 7. I decided every morning that I was not done. This last one is not a habit of the body. It is a habit of the will. Every morning for 115 years before my feet hit the floor, I made a decision. Not out loud, just quietly, in the first moment of waking. I decided I still had something to do here. I decided I was not finished. I have watched people die who were physically healthy. I have watched them simply stop deciding. They retired from their purpose before they retired from life, and the body followed the mind's lead within a few years. As if the body said, well, if we're not going anywhere, what's the point of maintaining this? Purpose is not something you find in a book or a seminar. It is something you renew every morning. It does not have to be grand. Mine was simple. To be present, to be useful, to still show up for whoever needed me. That was enough. Every morning you wake up is a vote. Vote like your life depends on it, because it does. The loudest thing I ever heard was the silence after everyone I loved was gone. And in that silence, I finally understood. I had not outlived them because of what I ate, or how I moved, or how I slept. I outlived them because I never stopped choosing to be here. I need to tell you something uncomfortable. Most of you watching this will not change anything. You will nod. You will feel something in your chest for a moment, and then you will close this, go back to whatever you were doing, and that will be the end of it. I know this because I watched it happen to people I loved. My friend Clara heard the same things I am telling you, from her own body, from her own fatigue, from her own sleepless nights, and she said, I'll deal with that later. Clara died at 71, exhausted, medicated, and telling her daughter she never got around to living the way she wanted to. Later is a door that closes without warning. The habits I described today are not complicated. None of them cost money. None of them require a prescription or a gym membership or a life overhaul. They only require one thing, that you begin today, not tomorrow. Tomorrow is where intentions go to die. If you are 60 and you start today, you have time. If you are 70 and you start today, you still have time. What you do not have is the luxury of waiting to feel ready. You will never feel ready. Begin anyway. Let me give you something before I go. You have permission to stop doing the things that are not working. You have permission to stop eating food you hate because a magazine told you to. You have permission to sleep when you are tired without calling it laziness. You have permission to walk without tracking it, to sit without justifying it, to be still without apologizing for it. You have permission to let go of the anger you have been carrying so long you forgot it isn't yours to carry anymore. You have permission to stop surrounding yourself with noise that isn't your own. And you have permission, full permission, from someone who has lived 115 years and earned the right to say it, to decide, starting today, that you are not done. The world will not give you this permission, so I am giving it to you myself. Take it. If something I said today landed in you, if even one of those 7 habits felt like something you already knew but needed permission to believe, I want you to do one thing. Leave a comment below. Tell me your age. Tell me one habit you are starting today. Just one. I read every single one. And if you know someone who is tired, who is running on empty, who has forgotten that their body is still capable of surprising them, share this with them. Don't write a message explaining it. Just send it. Sometimes the kindest thing one person can do for another is simply say, "Someone out there still believes you have time."